glad to have you all here. So this is an exciting new venture for me. I normally don't do watch-alongs like this. Hey, Smallest has. And I'm also not sure what to expect. So this is kind of an experiment that we're doing together, all of us. I will keep the VOD up. Yeah, no worries, Dante. So how's everybody feeling about the direct and eventualities that might pop up there? Let me know. Personally, I'm not doing any. You know, it's hard for me not to do predictions, but I've been wrong every time. So I might just as well. Yeah, I think I'm with Alaya Skyhawk, cautiously optimistic. So there's a few reasons why. One of the reasons is that Breath of the Wild 2 was supposed to release in 2022, so this year. So it would be a little weird if after the delay they wouldn't even show it in the year in which it was supposed to release. So that makes me cautiously optimistic. Another thing is that they don't have anything planned for 2023, like concretely in any way. So often in the September Direct, they also give you a glimpse into the first half year of 2020, of the next year, so 2023 in our case. So what would be more logical, that they would announce stuff for 2023 that we haven't heard anything about yet, like the fabled Fire Emblem game? Or will they finally detail a game that's supposed to come out early next year that we already know about? So I think that gives us a good chance of Zelda appearing. But I'm trying to have an open mind in case that it doesn't happen, because you never know with Nintendo. Sometimes they do game-specific directs. Maybe they want to save Breath of the Wild 2 for the Switch 2. They just want to show it when the Switch 2 is also ready to be shown, which is rumored for the beginning of next year. So that's also a possibility. But on the other hand, we already have seen some Breath of the Wild 2, so why would they not show anything? Yeah. Cautiously optimistic. And if there's no Zelda, what are you folks hoping for? Fire Emblem news, Catnap's art says. I'm not a Fire Emblem person myself, but I can see that. Water Music says Metroid Prime Trilogy and Twilight Princess would be cool. I would enjoy both of those. I have not played anything Metroid Prime yet. I didn't have a GameCube. I did have a Wii, but that was primarily my Mario Galaxy machine. Ooh, this is a nice score, don't you think? Ooh. And I've heard that Metroid Prime is one of the best games ever made. It also has a killer main theme. So just for that main theme, I'd love Metroid Prime to be there. The remake was supposed to be done already for a long time. It's supposed to be one of the games that they're sitting on. I can try playing the chord again, Water Music, but I'm sorry, I've forgotten what it was. We're going to have to figure that out in the VOD. Smallest Taz says Celtic Metroid. Yeah, that specific track sounds very good. Could sound very good in Metroid style. Hey, I'd like to check if I also get a robot sound when I'm watching when something from the browser is coming through. Can you check that for me if it sounds alright? Sounds good. All right, that's fine. I'm hearing some slight crackles here, but it's not too bad, so I'm just gonna keep it this way. Just a second. The Geek asks, are you nervous about today's direct? I am kinda nervous, honestly. One reason is just that this is a new format for me, and I hope that the computer will not poop its pants and will just be able to do this without any technical hurdles. Also kind of nervous because the channel really needs a kind of a new impulse, so to speak. The channel has been declining for more than a year now. And I'm very happy that you all are watching and listening, and I'm very thankful for my patrons and other folks on YouTube that support me. But you know, creatively it's nice if you have the idea that stuff is also able to progress and not just stand still. So some more Zelda news would do wonders for my channel. So from a let's call it a business creative standpoint, having some Zelda stuff would be very nice for me. Yeah, if it doesn't happen, I'll just play Splatoon and I'll play some other stuff, and you know, we'll tide each other over until the time is there. But I would really love to see it, and it's also no game inspires me as much as Zelda does. So there you go. Hey, it's Captain Cuttlefish. Yeah. Captain Cuttlefish has a very cute name in Dutch. He's called Kraak, which is the name for the kraken and also the sound that your joints make if you're older. Is there. Hey, random citizen, welcome. Smallest Taz says, it sounds good, but I warped. I hope you brought your swimming trunks with you, Smallest Taz. Hey, Xavier. Victoria Anton asks, do you ever forget how to play songs? I do. It's well documented on stream that I often try to remember, for example, Total Heights, and then accidentally start playing something different entirely. So happens a lot, unfortunately. The upside of that is, of course, that I also accidentally start playing different stuff that then sounds very cool. So yeah. Hi, Xavier. Alaya says, the last time I played a Metroid Prime game, it was with my granddad before he died. That's how long it's been since Prime 3. I really want more news on Prime 4. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Prime 3 is like 2007, which for dinosaurs like me sounds relatively recent, but it's 15 years ago. You know, 2007, I was still at a conservatory. I was still denying my inner nerdness. I knew I really wanted to do game music, but I thought it wasn't good enough. There were all other musicians who were doing it better and stuff like that. So, it's a long time ago. Now I completely embraced my inner nerd. So it's really time for some Metroid and some Zelda, in my gentle opinion. But of course, Metroid, folks, especially if you like Metroid Prime, yeah. Most people don't really count Metroid Prime Federation Force as an official entry, which I understand. Hey, it's Husprid? I never have to pronounce your name because I often see your name in the comments and I can just type over your name. But hey, they say, hi Tim, hello from Iceland. I'm on road to camp near the volcano. Nice to hear your music on my journey. Oh, that's so cool. So you're on the road and you are listening to the stream. That must be mind-bending. Thanks, Captain Cuttlefish. You should play Rivali's Gale. Yeah, I will hit my head on the ceiling so hard if I do that. Ahem. Huspreet says, it's the right way to pronounce this. I hope that I pronounced it correctly the second time as well. I said it before, but now it's good for me. You'll soon count me as your Patreon friend. Yay! Hope to see you there soon. Is your name Icelandic? Looks like it could be Icelandic. Hey, Manuel. Hey, Joseph. Nice to have you both here. I'm starting to calm down a little now that we're sitting here chatting, chilling, and I'm just playing my piano to calm the nerves a little bit. I would also really love to see a new 2D Mario. I think that's more something for later in 2023. Imagine a Mario game with, like a 2D Mario game with a new art style and live big band music. That'd be awesome. Hey, RP Gaming. Dave Croft, welcome. Hey, Muzi. Imagine a 2D Mario game with a big band music like a 3D World. Nintendo Direct Super Chat. Thank you, Random Citizen. If you have anything that you'd like me to play before the Direct starts, just let me know. Direct will start in 10 minutes. Yeah, we missed you, Random Citizen. I was whining all stream to my other folks where you are. I'm going to disable the chat on the window in the Nintendo Direct window because it's driving me crazy. It's like in the corner of my eye, I constantly see stuff like going by at light speed. Is there a way to make the chat disappear? Does really seem to be. Esprit says it's a mix of many old phonemes, but I discovered my other pseudo, which didn't mean anything, is actually Icelandic. Huh, that's funky. Zach Ashchan says, I frequently use your Breath of the Wild medley to fall asleep too. So soothing. Ah, that's nice. Yeah, it can be very relaxing. I expect the sequel to have more active music, honestly, because it was a point for many people. Point of contention, you might say. Hey, Ulysses. I'm gonna try that, Elia. Thanks. Hi, chat. Oh, thank Hylia. Thank Hylia. Hey, it looks like my red, the red in my window is a different color red than the one in the Nintendo Direct. Ah, that's such a shame. Really starting to chill. Chilling out, yeah. Graham says, Tim, quick YouTube channel idea. Short, simple tutorial videos for some of your popular arrangements. Like a single part per video. Simplified arrangement. That's an interesting idea. I have done a few, like, in-depth tutorial for some of my arrangements. Back then I didn't have my swanky streaming setup. So now I can just, like, record my stream more or less. Or even make it a stream, like the Hyrule Castle tutorial stream. People ask me questions about the arrangement and I can say some stuff about it. That's interesting. Hey, now that this setup of mine works, maybe I can do some Spirit Tracks, playing along with the Spirit Tracks overworld music, because I love that very much. Hey, Monty Renee Parison, thanks for the $10 super chat. Don't get to contribute often, but I really enjoy what you do. Thank you. Thank you too. If there's anything you want me to play, just let me know. There's still like 8 minutes before the direct starts. This is cozy. I'm really enjoying this. Normally when I'm waiting for a direct, I just twiddle my thumbs for half an hour. And now I'm just playing piano and chatting with y'all. That's really nice. Graham says, I'm totally checking out the Hyrule Castle tutorial stream now. It's such a crunchy, stanky gem. Yeah, you got to put in that whole tone scale there. Let's see. Spirit Tracks Overworld. Let's see if it's workable for me, because there were some crackles in my own audio, unfortunately. Come on, come on, come on. Still crackles. It's workable. Aspiring Hero Games says, one of the best overworld themes from a Zelda game. For sure. It goes places. It has like a gazillion parts. This is so good, man. Ah, yeah. That's so fun. It's so fun to jam on top of a recording. That's so good. Captain Cuttlefish, thank you so much for the $17 super chat. Could you try playing Minish Village or Mount Crenel from Minish Cap? I can try, of course. Let's see. Minish Village. I have tried to play a Minish Cap track earlier, and I really enjoyed that. So yeah, let's see. I think it was this one. This also has a sick groove for some reason. This is such a jam, it's incredible. On the Game Boy Advance, yeah. Nice. Part-time lover vibes. Oh my god, that was a nice idea. Captain Cuttlefish. Yeah, let's move over to the direct, everybody. Just to be sure, I am not. Oof, I've got to make sure that I'm live. Looks like now I'm live. Yeah, I'm 0-0. Oh my god. Let's see what happens, everybody. Still got some coffee left. Shamona.
We live on the continent of Elios. 4 realms surrounding a holy land at its
Fire
center.
Emblem?
1,000 years ago, our lands endured a vicious war with the Fell Dragon. We called upon heroes from other worlds to aid us.
Is it better like this?
Known as emblems.
Like the
With them,
balance?
The warriors of our nations fought as one. In the end, we were victorious in defeating and imprisoning the Fell Dragon.
Looks stylish for sure.
In the years since, our world has been saved.
Not sure if the voiceover is my thing.
I sense a resurrection. The binding weakens.
It's Ganondorf! Oh, it's not. Here comes the drop. Fire Emblem for sure. Hey, that's the dude. It's the dude from Smash.
You're awake. Huh? You're really
Oh
awake,
yeah. Sounds like anime, alright.
That's how long I've been asleep.
Marth, yeah,
What
that's
are
it.
those horrible things?
If I may,
Yeah, this is
you are a divine dragon.
a lot of my time watching
Member
directs
of
is
a
like,
royal family of dragons revered
that's
as
some anime ass voiceover for sure. It looks really good though. Seems like they had some great technical improvements over Three Houses.
My eye on you.
Looks much cleaner. Anime breath noises.
Marth, right.
Sorry.
Sigurd, leave it to me.
Yeah, it looks quite polished. It's also cool that Fire Emblem still has the
it is rather
classic tactical
but we
layout.
will liven up as we gain allies.
It's anime breath. You know, when it's Japanese, I don't really mind the breath noises for some reason. Maybe because I have more distance to the language. Killer eye lenses, bro.
One strike will decide it all.
Please grant me your strength.
She asked me to gather all of the rings and bring peace back to Elios.
That's a swanky title card. Ooh. Yeah, so that's one of the things I hadn't expected.
everyone.
A new 2023 game.
I'm
So soon in the year.
and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
And I'll be your guide with the guide.
What you just
To
saw is
guide.
the latest installment of the Fire Emblem series.
Hey, Komorebi,
Fire
welcome.
Emblem Engage. In addition to the standard version,
This is such a
we'll also be
charismatic
releasing
looking
the
guy.
Fire Emblem Engage Divine Edition, containing collectible items. Please look forward to more information about this game.
Yoshiaki
in the
Koizumi,
future.
right? He's a director, Mario Galaxy director, I think.
Let's take a look at our first batch of headlines.
And also Majora's Mask co-director. So he's genuinely a game development legend. Yeah, this one leaked earlier that it was going to come to Switch. Captain Cuttlefish asks, is Fire Emblem fun? I never tried a game before, maybe because of how tactical it is. Yeah, I'd like to know as well. Never played it. I have heard Lazarus says, I have heard that it has some great music. Excuse me. I've also done the, like a Smash arrangements of Lost in Thoughts. That's from Fire Emblem, I think. Oh, sure, actually. Looks like a solid port. It's a little bit soft looking. Probably have some temporal anti-aliasing. Ooh, that's a nice feature. Path of Radiance, yeah, it's an older one. This looks like it could be fun to do with the kid. It's also always good to have some different publishers drop something on Switch. EA is not especially active. They did do the Need for Speed and Burnout ports, which I was very happy with. Looks like Fatal Frame. Yeah, Fatal Frame for sure. Yeah, I'll turn on the subtitles. That's an excellent idea.
After mysteriously vanishing as a child, Ruka Minazuki visits an abandoned hospital.
It's always so funny
of her lost memories.
when people are pronouncing Japanese names in American. It's so interesting.
Use the camera obscura to repel evil spirits and uncover the memories that were sealed away. A dark curse looms
Oh, the
near.
story is strange.
What ancient rituals will be revealed?
Is that a
Frame,
strange
Magic of
but
the
still
Lunar
kid-friendly
Eclipse launches
story?
for the first time in the West on Nintendo Switch
Sometimes the name
this
get
year.
butchered, yeah. Yoshiaki Koizumi.
There's a new hero who
I like the
looks
voiceover though.
mechanical?
He's relaxed. chill.
Introducing Wave 2 of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass for the Xenoblade
You know,
Chronicles 3
Monolith is such a
This is Ina,
super
a
efficient
new hero.
developer.
She appears to be
If you look at all the things
mechanical?
they've done,
Complete her quest to
yeah,
have
this
her
is
join your
definitely
party.
not my thing.
Expanding your options
But I do
for
admire
classes
how
and battle
efficient
strategies.
they're developing. They did Xenoblade 2,
Challenge battles will also be added.
Definitive Edition, Xenoblade
Test
3,
your mettle in consecutive
all
battles
kinds of
against
DLC,
tough
Torna.
enemies. Defeat all enemy waves to earn rewards.
Dave C says it's a story about parents going through a divorce, so that'll be a personal call.
And special outfits.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks like Xenoblade, the swimming pool episode.
Wave 2 of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass launches on Nintendo Switch October 13th.
Yeah, if the balance isn't right, let me know. I just have got it manually
Drawn
here.
into these Nintendo Switch games. Nautical nonsense begins when SpongeBob and Patrick make a wish that unravels the very fabric of the universe. In this 3D platforming adventure, you'll travel through portals to 7 outlandish wish worlds, like prehistoric kelp forest and wild west jellyfish fields. Explore using all sorts of wacky moves. Dawn over
It's kind of
30
interesting looking,
fantastic cosmic costumes,
this.
and meet your favorite Bikini Bottom residents from the TV series, voiced by their original actors. Soak up SpongeBob SquarePants: The Cosmic Shake, launching on Nintendo Switch next year.
Huh? Wondering what developer that one was on.
You're all
Looks
ready.
nice.
Fit? Box with familiar characters.
Oh, this is what we've been waiting for, everybody.
They'll be your instructors in
It's a
exercise
boxing
mode,
game.
leading you through various boxing drills. Defeat as many enemies as you can with just your fists in battle mode, or take on rivals in boss battles.
Cue Rocky
including
music.
Shaggy. Fitness Boxing, Fist of the North Star, launches on Nintendo Switch March 2023.
Just do one punch for every day without Breath of the Wild news. I'll be swole.
Whenever you can,
Seriously.
opponents in this hilariously hard
You know, I'll turn down the volume when it's less interesting. And I'll turn it back up if there's something that warrants further attention.
in Madcap arenas. Customize your character from head to toe with hundreds of accessories.
This game holds no punches.
Frenemies in local and online play. They won't even know what.
It was the perfect game for a pun like that, yeah, for sure.
Nintendo Switch early next year. A small
Tunic.
washes
That's cool.
ashore on a ruined island. Brave the unknown in this isometric action adventure game. Your
I'm
only
looking
clue
forward to
here
playing that
is
one,
the
but I don't have an
map.
Xbox.
Traverse the island's interconnected
Or a PC,
realms to
anything
retrieve
worth.
its missing pages. Dangerous traps and even more dangerous
Frame rate
monsters
is a little bit
around
wobbly,
every corner.
but it looks reasonably clean.
What
Nice
long-lost
lighting
secrets
effects.
will the island reveal? Tunic launches on the Nintendo Switch system September 27th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Yeah, I'm buying that one. That's so cool. It's also an indie developer just about did everything himself, so or herself. Or themselves, I'm not sure who it is, but
2 front mission games are storming in.
even more remakes!
One remake. You'll
If you like tactical games,
called
Switch is
Vultures,
crazy.
tactical turn-based combat. As you
Like
progress,
RPGs and tactical games.
that can help you gain the upper hand
Tunic
against
was
opponents.
received very, very well,
Test your mettle at the
and I was
Colosseum.
kind of actively anticipating a Switch release. I'm hoping that it's 60 FPS. It should be doable, maybe, depending on what engine they're using.
Take advantage of additional features like more terrain effects.
Like Unreal Engine 4 can be hard to get 60 FPS on Switch, as we've seen with Yoshi's Crafted World.
Front Mission 1 Remake launches on Nintendo Switch this November.
Anybody
Mission
knew
2
these original games?
launch on
Front
Nintendo
Mission?
Switch next year. And in the future, a remake of Front Mission 3 will also
Oh, sorry.
launch on
I started scrolling down to see the comments, which is always what I'm doing when I'm kind of zoning out.
It's a Wonderful Life for a new generation.
It's the cow game, bringing you coffee and cheese.
Reborn.
Wait, Story of Seasons, is that Harvest Moon? The Harvest Moon folks?
Here, you'll manage a farm passed down to you by
Hey,
your father.
how about we scroll down and read some comments? That'd be meta, don't you think?
Nurture crops, care for your friendly animals, and help the
Yeah.
land flourish.
You know, I could do a piece of music here that's completely not fitting, just to spice it up. Your farm is so very full of food. Your farm looks very nice. I can't wait. The girl plays piano? Oh, she plays so well. Time goes on, and the ravages of time will destroy your face just like in real life. The show is almost over. Yeah, it sounds like it could be a very good psychological horror game.
Story of Seasons.
A Wonderful Life.
On Nintendo Switch, summer 2023.
That's quite far out. That's pretty far out, man. Splatoon. That's cool. I've been playing lots of Splatoon lately. Really clicked with me for some reason. Okay, I should do voiceovers here. Would that be too cringy? Ooh, what's this? Ah, Splatfest.
The first post-launch Splatfest for Splatoon.
How many people in the chat are playing Splatoon at the moment?
Here's the theme.
The kid and I are playing it actively.
What would you bring to a deserted island?
Gear, grub. What would you bring to a deserted island? Gear, grub, or fun? I guess gear, because then you can make your own grub and fun, I guess.
So many incredible possibilities. Which team will you join?
That's nice. Splatoon is so good, man. I bought it for the single player, and I've barely played the single player because Salmon Run and Turf Battle are just
For more info in the future.
using up my time, guzzling up my time. I love it.
So, Squids, what did you think? What would you bring to a
Gotta have
deserted
respect for Yoshiaki Koizumi.
island? As for me, I've already decided. I hope you'll all participate as well. Next, please take a look at this.
Oh, Octopath Traveler, yeah, right. That was leaked just before the Direct as well. Have a load of this orchestrated music, everybody.
Introducing a brand new game in the Octopath Traveler series.
Honestly, I was expecting anime grunting noises.
New travelers embark on a journey through the land of Celestia.
With that, we could realize a world without conflict, without bloodshed.
Oh,
I'm going to become a star and bring smiles to people's faces. Just
Piano chord is Breath of the Wild, yeah. Yeah, that piano had me for a second. The long pause after Koizumi's snap had me for sure. I'm starting to, Oh my god, this is so violent.
Not this stench. The stench.
Oh my god. You know, every time when I see a piece of concept art with a lady that just
leave the hunting to me.
had a boob job, I'm already kind of out.
I need to rediscover who I am.
Bang. Sorry.
Explore a wide world set in a bustling era. Each traveler's path action differs between day and night.
Our Lord knows well the ways of the world.
What will happen when their paths intertwine?
What's that big round?
Let's go, Timmermans.
And what adventures await them in this new
I
world?
think I found the source.
The 8 travelers each have their own story to tell.
Music is very
Where
nice.
their journeys lead them and you.
It's kind of funny that like a pixel arty looking game has a soundtrack like this. Not sure what you
Traveler
think.
2 launches on Nintendo Switch February 24th.
That's also very soon. There's so much stuff
What
already.
you just saw was Octopath Traveler 2 from Square Enix.
Yeah, that sounded really good.
Please look
Also
forward
looked
to the
good.
journeys of 8 new heroes.
It's another JRPG, not really my thing, but you know,
Let's see some more
if you see
headlines.
quality, you can't really deny it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Breath of the Wild. They might end with Metroid Prime instead. But we'll keep hope. We're just
Welcome to your new fairy tale
we've just
life
started.
in Fae Farm.
Oh, yeah. It's
Cultivate
time for another horror
and
horror soundtrack. It's another farming game. It's another farming game, everybody. Face off against horrible monsters on your farm.
Face off against the weeds in your farm that are actively trying to kill your crops. Face off against anime avatars with purple ribbons in their hair. With the amazing boss fights of your living room couch.
Okay, that's enough.
That'll help you
Insert
restore
anime
Korea
grunts.
to its natural splendor. Magic awaits in
Scary
Japan.
horror farming coming spring 2023. Bring your
It's
pitchforks.
a musical blast from the past.
Oh, don't do this to me.
Celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Final Fantasy series with the latest.
Yeah,
original
every
game.
time when Final Fantasy comes to Switch, it's always some chibi looking stuff.
Torn from the heavens,
Which is a shame.
Suteki Dane, and more. There are 385 songs total. Songs are categorized by game, so you can play each stage while experiencing the series through the music.
So this is like Spotify, but with chibi.
In addition, 2 players locally can complete stages in pair style, while up to 4 players can battle to the beat in online.
Time to be
multi-battle.
harvested.
Rhythm Final Bar Line begins its symphony on the Nintendo Switch system February 16th, 2023.
Sorry, that's a nope.
Pre-orders begin today
I've
on
got
Nintendo
Spotify.
Wii Shop. After the game's launch,
Final Fantasy
DLC
Guitar
songs
Hero.
from the Saga series,
Hmm.
Nier series,
Okay. They're making this a thing.
Octopath Traveler, Live Alive, and more will be released. That's 90 additional songs. Plus, editions containing a season pass and 27 extra songs, including Melodies of Life, will be available.
Oh, that is a beautiful song, but it's best when it's instrumental. I'm so sorry, folks. You're going to have to play the game on mute and then just listen to me.
A cosmic adventure is just around
Okay,
the corner.
Grant Kirkhope. There we go.
Blast off on an adventure of galactic proportions with Mario and the Rabbids. Let's dive into exploration. Freely roam through all sorts of wondrous worlds, each one.
Did you folks
jam-packed
catch
with
that
discoveries.
Yoko Shimomura and Grant Kirkhope and
Find coins,
the Ori and the Blind Forest guy,
hidden
oh, I've
paths,
forgotten his name, Gareth Coker, are doing the soundtrack together for
their
this?
troubles.
Like the kid can play this and I'll just sit in the back, listen to the music, I think.
During battles. After each quest or battle, your team will earn rewards and get stronger. Sparks are here to lend a helping hand. Recruit up to 30 different Sparks, each with their own special powers and
Lots of
skills.
songs in D
They can help
major this
spark
stream.
A decisive victory. Can Mario and the Rabbids put
Ooh.
an end to the darkness?
Sounds like a jam.
Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope launches on Nintendo Switch October 20th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. A gold edition.
Yeah, there's definitely some Yoko Shimomura
including the
in
base
here.
game, weapon skins, and a season pass.
I don't have perfect pitch, I'm just secretly playing along on the piano when you least expect it and then checking the key.
Humans and monsters.
Is this a farming game again?
Rune Factory 3
It
returns
is.
on Nintendo Switch. Take a break from quests to chat with the locals.
I think this, yeah, this is definitely a farming game. I'm so sorry, folks. I'm going to have to do farming music again. I don't make the rules.
You can also transform into a horrible abomination. A sheep. You can startle the townsfolk. Make them pass out of fear. Pure terror with your sheepy claws. Sheepy claw.
Oh, it's done already. Anime farming games all day, every day.
Rune Factory.
Plus, a new Rune Factory series will launch in the future.
Is it really a good day if you don't watch Timmermans stream
Nintendo
on first
64
break at work?
games are on the way.
I'll let you
Pilot
decide.
Wings
Hey,
64,
that's cool. Nintendo 64 games.
Mario Party.
Nintendo, can you please fix F-Zero X on the Switch? Maybe it's very difficult.
Mario
Would love
Party 3,
it to happen for sure because the frame rate is still off.
Pokemon Stadium.
Thank you in advance.
Pokemon Stadium 2. 10 180 snowboarding.
I will try snowboarding. It looks like fun.
Sight Bike 64.
Wow.
These games will gradually
Water Music says, waiting for the anime farming tactics horror One Piece crossover DDR fitness rhythm game. That's a very specific niche for sure.
membership. Oh, and there's one more game we should mention.
Nani?
There's a Metroid logo in the top. Did you see the Metroid logo? Oh, GoldenEye. That's good.
Why not mix things up with these Nintendo Switch
Yeah,
games?
if they fixed out the rights to GoldenEye,
On the newly discovered
there was a remake
of
coming, I think.
Tunisia in this immersive RPG.
Is this a farming game?
100 types of daily tasks to build
It's a farming game again.
relationships with the locals. Doing so, you'll gain access to different job classes and abilities.
I'll play GoldenEye. I'll give that a try for sure.
Venture into the unknown awaits.
This looks like Bravely Default, doesn't it?
Various Daylight launches on Nintendo Switch
Oh.
later today.
Oh, huh? Shadow Drop.
A
Interesting.
malfunction causes you to crash land on
This
the
voiceover is really good, by the way. He has a range.
in this management sim game.
This looks like a farming game with horror
Then
music.
build machines to refine them into various resources. Eventually, you'll construct multiple
Ooh.
production lines like these. But
The guy almost got run
creatures
over by
will
his own
attack,
trains.
So keep them at bay. Factorio launches on Nintendo Switch
Oh,
October
this is
28th.
Factorio. Ah. Heard lots of good stories about that.
A young girl named Ib visits an art museum with her parents in this 2D exploration adventure.
It's an exploration
Through a
up.
busy gallery by the artist Guertana.
Exploration up. I can also play classical music if you like. I've got the piano in front of me, so why not? Oh, this goes places. Oh my god. This looks very Undertale-like. Oh, it's done.
System Can Get Gritty is getting a second free update. Joining the roster are
You know, I'd love a
physical powerhouse with
like a proper
natural
demo
and
for
strong
Strikers. I did play the test
and
thing,
Diddy Kong,
but you can
a
play
midfield
like
speedster with
CPU
dazzling
matches in that.
techniques and high
Would
pass
love that.
accuracy. Plus, more gear and another stadium are being added. The second free update launches this month.
Catnap says, I feel like half the direct has been Square Enix. Well, there you go. There's more Square Enix. Or is this Genshin Impact?
どこまでも眩しくて想像しいあの夏が始
Oh,
まる
this is Tails.
そんな予感が
Are you wearing heels when you're on adventure? Can anybody wearing heels in the chat let me know if you wear high heels on adventure?
Homeland from impending danger.
Thank you in advance.
Sprawling landscapes set the stage for your adventure. Freely explore this vast world
Oof.
and forge your own path.
She's
into
got some
charming RPG.
really powerful ankles if you're sliding down the hill on your high heels like that.
Join your party. During battle, work with your allies to activate various skills.
Atelier. Oh yeah, that was the name. Sorry, I was confused with Tails.
Teamwork is paramount after all.
I never leave home on adventure without my heels. I always have my heels on my feet when I'm walking.
Lively adventure are in your hands.
行くよ
My son's watching through the window if there's any Zelda news.
Alchemist of the End.
Nee, Partijn, helaas.
Launches on the
Nog
Nintendo
steeds
Switch
niet.
System February 24th, 2023.
But we're having fun, so that's fine. There's never enough heels?
Wave 3
Oh yeah.
on the way.
Huh? But Wave 2 released just released.
Racing into
I don't mind, I really love these tracks.
Merry Mountain from Mario Kart Tour.
The music is really good. I remember Shio Fuji doing some great orchestrations on Mario Kart 8. Sounds like something similar. Peach Gardens was one of my favorites on DS. Gerudo Sandhills, yeah, alright. I'm not saying that Zelda is perfect.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC
Yeah,
for
Peach
Mario
Gardens
Kart
is
8
the
Deluxe
bomb.
game launches this holiday.
Oh, sounds like they're still working on it.
Switch Online Plus expansion pack
This
members
holiday,
enjoy
that's gonna
DLC
take a
at
while.
no additional cost. The DLC can also be purchased on its own.
You know, I'd like to rewind to see how the tracks look, but it seems like they look even better than the second wave, which looked better than the first wave.
Nintendo Switch Sports.
So maybe ultimately it'll be on the level of the original tracks, which are amazing graphically. Switch Sports. Oh wow, they really went the
Of course.
Wii
play
Sports
these
route
locally.
with the music.
Additionally, up to 8 players online can play at the same time on the same
Maybe
course
this
in
is literally the
survival
Wii
golf.
Sports music.
Those with the most strokes will be out.
Funny.
We previously announced that the update would release this fall. However, we'd like a bit more time for development, so the update is now planned for this holiday.
Ah.
Please wait just a little longer.
I'd like to know what's happening inside Nintendo because they also had to
We have
delay
a
Splatoon
special
3.
guest.
And of course they had to
Mr.
delay
Miyamoto.
Zelda.
Hello, it's been a while. I'm Shigeru Miyamoto.
It's Mario movie time,
I have a
everybody.
few things I'd like to share with you today, including some news. First, as you may have heard, the Super Mario Bros. Animated movie we're developing with Chris Meledandri from Illumination will release next spring.
Okay, the movie is still on track,
And
which is
Super
interesting.
Nintendo World, which is entering its second year at Universal Studios.
It's Mario's dad.
Also open in
Yeah.
Hollywood, California, in the US.
Didn't recognize him without the
Recently,
mustache.
we've been working on the finishing touches for both. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about Pikmin.
Pikmin.
It's been over 20 years since the first game, and we're still working on the series.
Ooh.
This is Pikmin Bloom. It's a smart device game we started with Niantic late last year,
You know,
in which players
I get the
all over
feeling that
world are
Pikmin is
planting
going to be
flowers.
one of those properties that they're going to
Here's a quick
push.
rundown of the game for
with
those who
animation
have yet to
stuff.
play it. Pikmin Bloom is a smart device game
Pikmin
that
Bloom
uses your
is a
local
smart device farming game.
Pikmin, raise them and plant flowers together.
Yeah,
All
Pikmin
you
are
need to
cute.
do is take it with you on your daily walks or outings.
Smallest Tess
You
says
can
Breath
look
of the
back
Wild
at
2 will
the
now
end
be a
of the day
farming
and see what you
simulator.
want. Send out Pikmin and collect
I'm
the items
not sure
you
if
found
my
that
heart,
day,
if my heart will manage.
and feed them nectar to increase their petals. So, how many steps did we take today?
Anyways, Pikmin is not really my
While
thing.
you're
I
out
tried
and about,
Pikmin
you
3.
can also use the AR feature to
Like,
take photos with
anytime a Pikmin got eaten, I felt like
Pikmin are all
I felt
around
like
you.
crying. So I
Let's
sold the
take a
game
look
because
at
it was
my
too hard for my
Nearly 700
emotions.
Pikmin. They love nectar. If you give Pikmin
Yeah,
nectar
this
like
is a
this,
farming game. I'm so
the
sorry,
flowers
everybody.
bloom.
1750, 7,050 steps. That's 7,015 bricks that you stepped on.
Oh, sorry. Maybe folks want to see this. I'm
Here's
sorry.
Japan. I occasionally go to Tokyo as well.
We can also
Say to
like have the
yourself,
music from the
"Okay,
direct
this
and
time
then
I'll try walking here. It makes trips and walks a lot of fun. It's a very easygoing play experience you can enjoy just
make
by
it
taking
horror
a
like
Pikmin.
make it horror
I
like
hope
that.
You'll try it out. Okay, now to the main event. Please take a look at
Pikmin
this.
4? Okay. Where did they get the development resources if everything's getting delayed? Well, that explains, I guess. ...2023. I'm glad for the Pikmin likers, because Pikmin 4 was
That's
teased like
right.
1,000 years
Pikmin
ago.
4 will launch in 2023. We won't be showing any gameplay today. However, you'll be able to play like this, from the Pikmin's perspective near the ground.
Yeah, the music sounds really good.
I also made a new t-shirt.
Nice and quirky.
Nintendo
some
Switch
good
has made
looking-
controlling the game simpler, meaning you can further concentrate.
That's some
on
good
the core
looking
essence
graphic
of
design
Pikmin
there.
gameplay. We call it dandori in Japanese, or strategically planning, deploying, and commanding the Pikmin. I hope you're all looking forward to Pikmin 4. Thank you, Mr. Koizumi.
Does it mean that there's no 2D Mario coming because it's a
Thank
similar
you very
team?
much, Mr. Miyamoto.
All right.
Now, let's move on to some more headlines.
There's more headlines, and then there's Metroid Prime, and there's no Zelda. That's my call. That's my call for now.
Take your dancing game to the next level.
Dancing, 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 yeah.
It's a new era of dance.
First-person Pikmin. That sounds interesting. Because there are some interesting boss characters that would look kind of creepy up close. It looks much better than 3. Yeah, 3 looks like it was a Wii game originally that then moved over to the Wii U. You can still see it in some points, like the ground textures, for example. Hope you don't mind me playing some chill piano while the Just Dance stuff is playing. Don't think you mind. Tim the Dance Man. There's a new season of Tim the Man Dancing DLC. Should have seen me dancing. I was at the folk ball this weekend. I can sort of dance a little bit. When it's like very easy folk music, I can do it. You don't say. Is this a farming game? Oh my god. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up.
It's another farming game. I hope you like farming games, everybody. Farming, 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 farming. Farming, farming, farming.
Like, it's a new thing. Like, a few developers are trying the farming with combat thing. Trying to combine the two styles. Farming, farming, farming. Farming, farming, farming. Farming, farming, farming. Farming, farming, farming. Farming, 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 farming. 7 farming games so far? Oh man. It's Bayonetta. Gotta have respect for Bayonetta. Gotta have respect for her.
500 years, Umbra Witch Bayonetta was revived in the present day. In the first Bayonetta game, she clashed with angels to recover her lost memories. And in the second, confronted demons to save her.
This is the kind of game that I'll probably have lots of fun playing, but also skip all the cutscenes. Sean Pope asks, you have something against farming games? I don't necessarily have something against them. It's just not really my thing. And then also there's like 7 in this direct. Do you like farming games, Sean? Yeah, I think I'll play this for sure because it's platinum and it looks very polished. But I'll also skip all cutscenes, turn on the please keep your clothes on mode, and either turn on the Japanese voices or turn down the voices completely if that's possible.
Bayonetta retires from fighting to run her dream farm in Bayonetta 4.
I'm not sure if plowing your field with bullets would be productive for your field, for your crops. Okay, that's fun. I'll watch it.
A dark fantasy mystery abounds from the creators of Danganronpa. Welcome to the
Italian voices for Breath of the Wild. I've tried a few different voices for Breath of the Wild because I didn't really like the English one. And it was like a large difference between the voices. Oh, this music tries to be Persona.
But darker.
Darker.
Auf Deutsch.
Spirit haunting him after their pact. Dive into these unsolved cases as a trainee at the detective agency. Thoroughly inspect each crime.
Is this like Atlas? Kind of curious what developer this is. Was Danganronpa Atlas? I'm not sure. Kind of follow these kind of things on a distance from a scientific interest.
Overcome obstacles and manifestations of mysteries to edge closer to the actual events. However, mystery phantoms will attempt to hinder your.
Yeah, the translations are look quite different as well with Breath of the Wild. If you've got different languages on, like the between voiceovers, like I know a bit of German, I know a bit of French, I know a bit of English, and those are different between them. And then the Dutch translation, which I use as subtitles. This is probably streaming. It'd be cool if Link could yell in Italian. It kind of turned into Mario if he did. Oh, my son is looking at this. I'm not sure if this is. I'm not sure if this is okay for an 8-year-old to watch.
Resident Evil Cloud, featuring Cloud from the Final Fantasy series. You can download Cloud today.
It does look like, from an artistic standpoint. Obviously, lots of very talented people have worked on this. Like the architecture and materials look crazy. Crazy. I'll call my son in. Tiny, wil je kijken of niet? Kom maar. Ga maar even daar zitten. Maar het is bijna afgelopen en er is nog steeds geen Zelda, dus ik... Misschien komt er nog iets anders leuks. Oh yeah, Sifu is another game that was earlier in the year. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the cloud gaming stuff because you don't have any control about your about what you've bought, essentially. This has an interesting gimmick though. So every time you die, you get a year older. So you become older because it's taking longer for your quest to finish. That's very interesting for sure. Je krijgt de groetjes van een van mijn luisteraars. Komorebi, I've said hi for you. He says hi back. Oh yeah, this is interesting. Crisis Core.
Aspiring to become a hero. Together with Sephiroth and Cloud, he investigates
Cloud again. It's Cloud from Resident Evil.
This remaster features enhanced HD graphics, an updated combat system, and new soundtrack arrangements. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion launches on Nintendo Switch December 13th.
Yeah, that looks interesting. Might give that a try. Ooh, shoot 'em ups.
Nintendo Switch. Fire different types of weapons to take down waves of enemies.
Your son should join when Zelda comes. I'll give him a nod that he'll join before the camera of Zelda arrives. Back in the day, I used to play Super R-Type. It has a really good soundtrack. Right now, I've got the Star Fox soundtrack in my head. This looks interesting.
In the endless universe. But it's not as easy as
this is like a Diablo sci-fi Diablo kind of game.
Monsters as you make your way through procedurally generated levels, complete various quests.
This music is interesting.
Weapons, station areas, and more.
Like a mouth harp, I think.
Co-op can attempt to escape their grim fate. Do you have what it takes? Endless Dungeon launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
Looks cool. 2023, lots of 2023 games.
The journey of world regeneration begins anew.
Okay.
Remaster of Tales of Symphonia is coming to Nintendo Switch. The world of Silverrot is controlled.
Ooh, it looks like a PlayStation game originally.
To stop them, a person known as the
judging by the 90s kind of art style.
I really hope that's true.
Lloyd soon embarks on a journey with Colette. The current chosen
You can say what you want about Square Enix, but this was Square Enix, right? Was it Bandai Namco? Let's just say this about JRPGs, that they always have quite the music budget.
And a lumberjack who lost her emotions after an experiment, Presea. Other allies will also join the party. The fate of two interconnected worlds hangs in the balance. Tales of Symphonia Remastered begins its journey on Nintendo Switch early next year.
Sounds great. I like the kind of old school kind of sound. Oh, this is a sizzle reel. Let's play something different, like. Ooh, the Lego Bricktails game. That's cool. I've seen the ray tracing videos about that. Motoi Sakuraba did the OST. Okay. Gameloft racing game. They know how to do racing games, but they previously did Asphalt, and that's a free-to-play game. So maybe this is a single purchase. They know how to make those. Fall Guys. Kirby. Kirby's on a roll this year. That's kind of crazy.
Return to Dreamland Deluxe is coming to Nintendo Switch. One day, a spaceship crash lands on
Nog meer
planet
Kirby.
Popstar. To help Magalore return to his home planet, Kirby and his friends set off on an adventure. In addition to swords,
Return to Dreamland is a Wii game, right?
and other familiar copy abilities, the new Mecha copy ability makes its debut. Blast foes from a distance, or
Looks snappy.
punch them up close. It's packed with other powerful moves as well. The game supports local play for up to 4
I'm not sure
players
about
on
the
same
cel-shaded
system.
look, though. Seems like the resolution is
Plus,
a little bit low
everyone can
for
play
that.
as Kirby while using their favorite copy abilities.
Oh, I'd love to have everybody play as Kirby mode in
There's also a
the
collection
Forgotten
of
Land.
sub-games to play. This includes the new sub-game Magalore's Tome Trackers.
This is a comprehensive
Ones like
remake.
Samurai Kirby.
Samurai
All
Kirby.
sub-games can be played with up to 4 players. An adventure of deluxe proportions awaits. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe launches
Yeah.
on the Nintendo Switch system.
There's so
February
many
24th,
games
2023.
launching
Pre-orders
at
begin
the
today
start of
on
the
Nintendo
coming
eShop.
year. That's so interesting.
As part of Kirby's
It's
30th
Yoshiaki Koizumi again.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland will be released. We hope you're looking forward to this game. Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct.
Oh, that was all, I guess.
This next trailer will be our last announcement.
Okay, so will it be Zelda? Or will it be Metroid? Excitement. Zelda. Already got goosebumps. Got a different style. Oh yeah. Wow. That's an interesting title. That's it? May. Okay. That was a really short trailer. They definitely want to save some stuff for Switch 2. Ah, het was echt super kort. It was super short. Huh? Het was iets. My son says that it was something. So that's good. We have a date and a name. Yeah, they're definitely saving the blowout for Switch 2. I'm going to play this again and maybe try to do some pianoing. There's plenty for the Zelda tubers to make it through the year at least. I have to be honest that it's kind of weird that they're doing these super short trailers. But like I said, the style is slightly different. It seems like they're going for more of a primordial looking, more like ancient Greece kind of stuff, or Egypt, like all those stuff in the silhouette. This is super interesting though. The rewinding time and then yeah, there's definitely timey-wimey stuff going on with the snake biting its own tail. Tears of the Kingdom, it does sound like a fan title, honestly. Like, it's not as bad as Death of the Wild or one of the other things I saw, but we'll probably get used to it. Yeah, May. That's later than I was hoping, but it's still a clear release date, and that's good news. That means that they kind of know that know what development is doing. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. Random Citizen says, I don't see how the name is so revealing they could not tell it before. I agree. Like, what kingdom? It's still very enigmatic. Tears of what kingdom, and why is it so revealing? It's like an enigmatic Zelda title, just like earlier Zelda games. Yeah, Breath of the Wild is also kind of a strange name. We'll get used to it, for sure. I wanted to pause it. I wanted to pause it at the flying upward stuff. I'm also going to pause it here. So, let's see. Maybe this is the starting area, by the way. Like, this is sort of a Shrine of Resurrection kind of place. They had the reverse tear water drop thing in the first logo. Okay, I'll rewind the thing all the way back to the tapestry kind of stuff that was happening, alright? I am very glad that something appeared, because this is inspiring nonetheless. But like from a technical standpoint, you can definitely see why they want to save it for Switch 2. Here, for example, the LODs, so the detail management, is already very aggressive here to keep up the frame rate, even more than in the original. And the draw distance will probably be crazy. You can already see how far along you can look. This appears to be something like a first dungeon, maybe. In German, it will be called Tränen des Königreichs. Is Tränen tears? Oh yeah, of course, tears. Sorry, I'm still kind of doing a million things in my head. Aspiring Hero says, I think the art is different because it's done by a different tribe in game. That's interesting for sure. Elias Skyhawk says, and hey, you've got some more music to work with for music speculation. Yes, it's so short, man, but I'm so glad it's here because I just wanted to see it again, and this kind of screams to me that, you know, it's still coming. We're not going to say anything yet until the Switch 2 reveal, which they'll probably do in January or February. Okay, let's go forward. So there's multiple stages in the diving. We already saw the patterns. You can probably dive at different speeds, just like in Skyward Sword. Yeah, this is, it seems like the overworld and the sky world are separated spaces, and they're doing some kind of loading mask. Maybe it's just for the trailer, though. This is the Faron region. Not sure where the rock came from. If that's something that then fell down, you can then reverse the timing, probably, eh? Did you see the like the manta ray flying by? Look at that. What kind of creature is that? That's so interesting. Maybe it looks like one of those dragon things from Twilight Princess. They're still climbing, of course. Yeah, this is another of those manta ray looking things. This is the like the Rito village is close by. One of the stables was supposed to be here. And there's the weird markings there. Like that pattern there, that's super interesting. It's also very big. They might be doing some crazy stuff like in scale with mountains moving and stuff. That'd be awesome. I do love this this icon though. Wait a second. Do you remember the piano thing that I did last year? That also had a circle logo in it. Timmermans, Breath of the Wild 2, piano loop. Yeah, look at that. But of course it's a loop, so yeah, that makes sense. Tears of the Kingdom. The logo looks weird. Looks a little weird, but we'll get used to it. Okay, we're going to watch the entire thing. I'm going to shut up, and then I'm going to try to analyze the music a bit, all right? I did a foreshadowing because I definitely knew what was coming. Okay, let's see what's going on. Gerudo, kind of. Is that Vati or something from Minish Cap? Looks like it could be. That's Zelda with a Sheikah icon. This does sound very good though. Loving the orchestral chimes there. Yeah, loving the gong, like the kind of Buddhist sounding gong. Yeah, the Master Sword looks really cool, right? It's got the, you can see here that it's continuing in some sort of pattern. Komorebi, thanks for stopping by. Aspiring Hero says, I think it's meant to be the body whose big green hand you saw on the other trailer seen in Ganondorf. That's interesting for sure. You know, folks, I'm going to have a little toilet break, and then I'll be back, and I'll chat some more. If you want to chat with me, please stick around. Flush. Hey, Explosive Grape. Yeah, the direct is over. There was like a 1-minute trailer at the end for Zelda. And I'm gonna go over it musically to see what I can do. It's not gonna take too long because it's kind of simple. I'm just gonna also stop whenever there's something interesting that I want to talk about. Big Goron's eye drops. Let's see. Okay, so one more time, and I'll pause whenever there's something interesting and let me know. There's all kinds of interesting stuff in the chat, by the way. Excuse me, Aspiring Heroes says those dragons are the same style as the ones you see as statues throughout the Faron region. The dragon heads from the flamethrowers in that logo. That's interesting, yeah. See you later, Selena. Thanks for stopping by. For everybody, by the way, who has had enough of my rambling, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. I'm going to analyze this music, and I'll have a arrangement up tomorrow. Zelda Bigoron's eye drops.
Return to Dreamland will be released. Watching today's Nintendo Direct. This next trailer will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
Really love to know what's going on behind the scenes at Nintendo, by the way. The COVID stuff. That instrument is like a dulcimer kind of thing. From was used for the Gerudo in Breath of the Wild. It's already sort of a different kind of vibe in the chords. See you later, Hithwin and Omiel. Ooh. Okay, I'm not going to transcribe that live. That's going to take a while, those chords. There's lots of like the shrine music motifs in the music so far. Oh, take a look, Freddy, at the volcano soon. Catnap says the creature carving kind of reminds me of the forest spirit from Princess Mononoke. Yeah, and the music as well. I do like that it's less solemn than Breath of the Wild. Like it's got a little bit more, a little bit more energy to it for some reason. Like two princesses? She's holding hands with someone that we're not going to see. Okay, so the doors already have the logo on them. You see that? So the kingdom, and we're not sure. It's probably the Sky Kingdom. Do you guys know the? There's a screenshot. There's a kid at one of the stables in Breath of the Wild that says that something like only good children get to see the kingdom in the sky. There we are. Free content, Monster Maze. There you go. He already has a video laid out. Probably already knows the stuff much better than I do.
Robot arm.
Yeah, so this is the logo to the game. You can see that the texture resolution is quite low here, lower than much of it in the original Breath of the Wild. So I'm starting to see why they want to show this on the new one. It can also be an eye. Yeah, Vati eye. Let's look up some Vati. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it doesn't connect here at the top. It has the squiggly corners of his eyes. Yeah, the stream resolution is low, but if you compare the... Yeah, maybe you're right. It's always kind of difficult to see it through the stream. It does seem like Link's running animation is different. I would like him to change appearance as well, because we already know this looks so well. Really loving the big stonework here. There's some, seems like cherry blossom trees or something of the sort. He has colorful thingies there at his waist. Seems like it's where the Sheikah's slate would be. That's cool. Yeah. It looks like, what's the English word? Scrolls. It looks like scrolls. Instead of runes, but still having the same function. I really love the way his arm looks, by the way. It does look like a robot arm. Dang, they know what they're doing, don't they? Test tubes. Follow Link on his gardening and farming adventure to fill all the test tubes with his favorite kind of berry juice. It's probably something new. I don't think they're bringing back stuff from Minish Cap. Honestly, it's been so long. It's only going to limit them. Looks like a Great Plateau kind of situation, where some islands have colder climates to teach you about the climate stuff before you get the parasail. Zelda's arm on a stone wall looks robotic too. That's something to look into. There's also something above the quote-unquote dungeon here. Yeah, scrolls, eh? Like you can open... Maybe you have to charge them or something. Maybe there's some kind of fuel that has to go into them. Yeah, the shield is so cool looking, man. There's also... Like, he's fully decked out. He's got a sword as well, it seems. Is that the Gnarlop Master Sword, or is it a different sword? I'm not sure if you folks can see that. Yeah, it's a complete sword. It's not the Master Sword. I did say parasail. Okay, I'm gonna pause it again because I'm a weeb. I want to squeeze all the juice out of this. All the sweet, sweet Zelda juice. I do like that we get to revisit a few locations, but I'd love it if they could really change it up. Lots of sky things here. And also, I really like the clouds. They're probably hiding all kinds, like what the Malice was in Breath of the Wild. Maybe these kinds of cloud carvers are for this game. Where they're still able to hide stuff even though it's in the air. And then later on you get to visit it. Lazarus asks, do we think he loses his arm or is that just a sleeve? Yeah, that's interesting. Would be kind of gnarly if he really lost his arm and then got a replacement. Not sure. Very interesting. Aspiring Hero says, I wonder if that rock has always been there like in Breath of the Wild, but only now you have the ability to reverse it back to the sky. Yeah, that's also a question I have. Like, how interactive is that power? Like, is it only on certain scripted elements, or can you reverse all kinds of stuff? Oh, thanks, Nicker. Oh my god, I wish I'd known earlier. Stream is at 60 FPS though, so it's going to take 2 ticks. Oh, now it's stopped working. Oh man, the cloud looks very awesome. Seems like my browser has problems with the frame-by-frame things. Ah, man. Like the lightning strikes and stuff behind the cloud. Oh man, that's so cool. Yeah, they really have some of the best artists in the business. Still have a bit of the glowy trees syndrome. Not sure if that's a Switch limitation. Have the idea that the ambient occlusion, like the shadow, is new there. Gives it a little bit more depth. For sure, this is also Link's new, fancy new Greek-inspired outfit. And what about the thing? Like, can you like summon it and then just fly at will or something? That's interesting. Hey, Candy. Yeah, man, there's all kinds of stuff coming out of Red Mountain. That's interesting. Red Mountain is something different. Red Mountain is from Morrowind. This is Death Mountain. Yeah, maybe it's like a Loftwing, but maybe like the it's a kind of a restricted kind of Loftwing. That, and then later in the game you get a real one, like this one's on rails, for example. That'll be interesting. You think you're going on an adventure? Nah, you're gonna farm them crabs. This is a very cool shot. So here there's a large landmass, it seems. And the way that mountain is erupting is very ominous looking, for sure. Oh, James, yeah, I feel you. Also, no Metroid Prime. So, weird. 777 guy asks, what do you think of the music? I think it's very interesting. It's it reminds me a bit of the Attack on no, not the Attack. Like the dungeon music for Fa Meadow. Which makes sense, of course, because this is also around flying. I do hope that there's more than just Hyrule and the little islands. It's probably also an underground, but I'd also love it if there's like additional land masses beyond just the Hyrule that we know. Doesn't look like it, but you know, these things, you know, if they're talking about a kingdom, it's probably a kingdom in the sky that the kid was talking about. There's more islands here, by the way. There's quite a lot. So then the tiers are obviously the things that are falling down from the kingdom. So maybe the kingdom used to be suspended by some kind of magic that's now fading, and or maybe Ganondorf did something or stuff, and now it's falling down. So it would be cool if large parts of the kingdom, for example, here just start falling down and completely changing the landscape. Or giant sky islands, it's also interesting. This is so cool looking, by the way, this thing. May is far away, by the way, folks. May is in September, October, November, December. 8 months. Ah, well. Yeah, I do love how they're kind of changing out the logo. They're trying to give this game its own identity. I think the more we see of it, the more we see that it has its own identity. It's a little bit more like cartoony and a little bit more saturated, so to speak. There's no flower here. This time the Master Sword itself seems to be the key logo. This looks weird though. It does look like Nintendo's having a hard time currently, probably because of the Switch 2 coming up. Splatoon 3 came in really hot. This seems to come in quite hot, even though they now have a release date. They had to delay the Switch Sports update. Mario Kart stuff was late, the second wave. Okay, this is cool. You know, the Dutch dating scheme is like in the Netherlands. You have the is this May or is this? Yeah, so in the Netherlands, what you do is first you have the day, so 12, so 5 December 2023. So I first saw this, I was like, oh my god! Like 5 December 2023, no! But it's different, it's May. So, oh my god, I'm so relieved. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up if they see they have the video. Yeah, they do, which is good because then we get to probably have it a little higher resolution. Or not the resolution, but the streaming quality. I'm gonna say something here. What should I say? Interesting how the style seems subtly different compared to Breath of the Wild. Looking forward to seeing more. Also, piano arrangement within 24 hours. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't pick my nose on stream. Yeah, I will also extend this as much as I can, and I'll probably try to tie this into the previous one and make one large video with both of the songs. Yeah, so this chordance is very hard. The next chords are weird. This is interesting. It seems like this is some kind of a hero or a knight or whatever that's working with the bokoblins and the moblins. I do hope we get some different creatures. We probably will. Hey, the Art of Mean. Tears of the Kingdom, such a UK spoiler. These things look like the charms or something from Ocarina of Time. What's it called? Like the thing you get from the sages. Help me out, folks. Like 7. There's 7 of those. Like in Link to the Past, I think, also had 7 of the things. What's the things you collect in Ocarina of Time? First you get the emeralds, and then you have to collect the... Saria became a medallion. Thank you very much. Thing medallion. Oh, it could also be tears. Tears of the kingdom? Tears. Mwah. Mwah. Yeah, this is Zelda falling down, we know, of course. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Medallions, yeah. Also looks like the Ember relics, yeah. And the Dream relics from Skyward Sword. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just completely chewing on this trailer. I was looking at the stonework here. Looks kind of weird. A sacrifice, yeah, it does look like more like a sacrifice indeed. Yeah, this is piano sound is also a little bit brighter, much brighter than the Breath of the Wild one. So it sounds more like a Ghibli kind of piano sound, like the bright, like 90s kind of thing. Captain Cuttlefish says, well, I think the literal title is Tears, Crying, but I think it also means tears as the kingdom has fallen or is falling apart. That makes sense. It's definitely something that the Zelda team would do. That's it. No Metroid Prime. No ports, but we did get 1 minute. 1 minute of Zelda footage. Or like from 40 until 60, so to speak. So like 20, 30 seconds. Pikmin 3, yeah. Pikmin 3 is good for the folks. Maybe we can check out the Japanese title. That's interesting. Nintendo Japan YouTube. Like recently, the Zelda games have always had the English title in Japanese as well. So Tunic is also cool that one's coming. Looks like the Zelda one isn't on yet. You can of course just look it up and see what it's called in game. They might have the same logo. They don't. Anybody who can read Japanese? Is this like, does it just say Tears of the Kingdom? Oh, that's cool, Yacht of Mean. Let me know. In the meanwhile, I'll play just a little bit of just a little bit of music, just a little bit, to kind of cool down. See you later, Sean. Thanks for stopping by. Ulysses says it says delayed to 2024. I will reevaluate my life choices if that happens. Art of Mean says it's just Tears of the Kingdom in katakana. Okay, so that means that it's a... So just like Breath of the Wild and Skyward Sword and stuff. Zeruda no Densetsu Teazu Ofuza Kim Gudomu. Kim Gudomu. Have you guys talked about the rabbit-like character in their engravings? Raphael asks. Sort of, kind of. I was thinking it might have been a callback to Minish Cap. Other folks weren't convinced. It is a very interesting looking character for sure. Guru says, I don't know why, but in French it's a really nice name. Les Larmes du Royaume. I think it's a really good choice for a name. Les Larmes du Royaume, yeah. The Dutch name would be... Dutch isn't a very poetic language. It would be De Tranen van het Koninkrijk. Which does sound a little bit like our queen also died. Looks like an owl. Yeah, it looks like the blue piece for sure. Like it looks a little bit like the Lord of the Mountain. Lord of the Mountain is also a little bit rabbit-like. Yeah, but this one does look... It also has the swirly things. That's interesting. Swirly things, check. Rabbit ears, check. But this one does look much more like a humanoid kind of character. Do we get a overview shot? No, we don't. Okay. Yeah. It's probably something new. Someone said something about the dragons being in the same style as the towers in Faron in Breath of the Wild. No, 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 no. Oh, here's the dude. And this is kind of a little bit like an Aztec style, which would also make sense with the kind of the sacrificial stuff going on. New Zelda trailer, yeah, it looks like Zonai. Maybe, yeah, it does. I really like the style. It's really it's recognizable, but it's still different enough. Maybe it's the goddess. That'd be cool if we'd get to see the goddess, and the goddess wouldn't be super humanoid. It does look like it's not very humanoid, by the way. Now that I see the proportions, it does look like it could have a tail for sure. Does it look like Mascotia? And Mascotia doesn't have the... yeah, it's stylized, of course, but this one seems to have something like a cape. Raphael asks, is it Zelda or Ganondorf floating? That's also a good question. It does look more like the dress that Zelda has. Tears of the Kingdom, baby! Okay, one more time. Then I'm gonna stop for dinner, and tonight I'll be arranging this stuff. This is so Castle in the Sky. Like, there's a synthesizer in the background. That's very Joe Hisaishi from the Ghibli music. If you pay attention, there's like a synthesizer in the background. He also does that a lot. Synthesizer with orchestra. Very cool. I love this kind of sound that it makes. It's even more Ghibli, the music. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I feel like these should be centered, but I'm just a schlub. I don't know anything about graphic design. Oh, it's got a little bit more of the old Zelda vibe, I feel. Like it, and they catch a really nice balance. It feels like it's both more whimsical, or more cartoony, like more energetic, but it's also more mystical. That's super interesting. Like Breath of the Wild, of course, was very down to earth, but this one feels like it's ready to go places. Mountain looks so ominous in the background. There. That looks hair-raisingly imposing. To say nothing of Hyrule Castle, of course. You can also see a hole in the ground there. Like here. Seems like a hole in the ground. And here is another one of those squiggly line things. Like there's one here near the castle, and there's one here at the edge of the Gerudo Mountains. There's also something square, like a goddess cube or something there, down there. Annabelle says Death Mountain looked like it blew up. Yeah, I hope that the Gorons are alright. Here, there's some kind of a cube down there. Bridge is still intact. How cool would it be if, like, the canyon opened up and you would, like, an entire new landmass, like, underneath the canyon and stuff? That'd be very interesting. The Art of Mean says it looks a little bit more linear, which is great for storytelling. It does, but I'm not a fan of video game stories, so I hope that it still has that kind of laissez-faire attitude. There's a really big sky island here, yeah, that's true. I hope that there's like huge land masses, but also not only like I'd love larger land masses like this, but there's so many small islands. They're everywhere. You see that? All the little shadows there and the silhouettes in the background. So interesting. What about a big light marking on the land? Yeah. Maybe those are the locations that you should seek out before more story stuff happens. I'm not sure. That feels a little bit like the Champions Ballad. I wasn't a fan of that. Like, I have to seek out very specific locations. But maybe there's so many that it doesn't matter. Maybe it's like a teleporting point to one of the bigger islands up in the air. Interesting stuff. Yorino asks, have we seen any content where Link is walking on the mainland? We do in the previous trailer, but not in this one. Previous trailer, you can see him fighting bokoblins again. Yeah, second trailer. Nice French, Tim. Merci beaucoup. I did pass my French exams, but I couldn't speak French to save my life. Maybe I could. But... Okay, it's dinner time. After dinner, I'm going to arrange this, and I hope to have something for you all tomorrow. Try to get it within 24 hours. Shouldn't be too hard. It's mostly chords. thanks for watching along with the direct, everybody. This was fun. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you as well. The stupid stuff with the farming games and everything. We manifested some Zelda news. Yeah, we did that. We did that. If we weren't here, there wouldn't be any Zelda news. I promise. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. It was the 50 Stardew Valleys and a little bit of Zelda direct stream. See you soon, and hang in there. Bye bye. Happy farming.
Happy farming. Farming, farming, farming. Farming, farming.
Yeah. I'll have videos this week. Like, I'm going to video the heck out of this. Don't worry. Alrighty. Hasta la vista. See you later.